This is the first time I ever heard about it. So it expanded my imagination as far as I didn't even think about our local economy. So I think that's the way ideas grow, though. Is I start hearing about it, and then it gets added on to it. But somebody has to tell you the first time. So yeah, kind of excited.
So this is my first introduction to transition. It's brought here by my friend Steve, and it's actually a fascinating area. I didn't know that so much was being done independently, and there's a lot of detail that was discussed in the talk that I liked. Alternative substitute currencies, sort of collective farming, and yeah, I think it's just fascinating, and I'm excited to learn more. So I'm gonna go get a book list.
Transition to me means equipping us with a toolkit to be able to move to the next phase of our existence on this planet.
Transition, being part of a transition town, is moving towards recycle, reuse, upcycle, and less consumerism and more consideration of the source of our goods.
I think it's important for us to know how to get through this quote-unquote transition, and the handbook that Rob Hopkins has put together is the amazing step to do so.
That transition on a personal level means making individual changes to habits, things that I could do better, or that we all could do better to help out the environment and other types of issues.
Transitioning to me means getting the community together and doing something that's a greater good, bring us all together and clean up the planet.
Is trying to get us all to move in a direction that we definitely need to move into in terms of reevaluating what's important. And I am one tiny tooth on one tiny cog and the bigger machine trying to push it forward.
Transition means to me is community getting together and doing things that are unorthodox to make the community happy and bring the community together.
What I really love about transition is that it's about rebuilding a sense of community that we've all lost and connecting people to work on projects to basically create a future for all generations, for future generations of humans and non-human creatures that live on this beautiful earth.
So all of these just do something events, the transition movement, people in the community getting together is super important.
Transition movement for me means people taking back the power that we've abdicated way too long and becoming a force to reckon with in our own communities. I think this is the way we do things. This is the way we create a new world.
Transition means to me is something we are moving into a much more happier time where we get connected with everybody around, the neighbors and family and friends. So that's transition for me, and also good food.
Eat food together, talk about things together. For the students as well, a lot of them felt that they'd moved to the city.
It's really inspiring to listen to somebody like Rob, who actually is offering a solution that feels doable because it's being brought back down to a human scale, something that one person can contribute to. And if everyone would come together in that fashion, we actually would be able to make steps forward, instead of all feeling like it's out of our control.
Transition for me means a change of living style, to be aware of your own excess, to rid yourself of all that excess and get down to real living, participate in the community. We garden, we sew, we help our neighbors, we share our food. I think transition is a very important part of today's culture, and more people should be aware of what they need to do.
How do we create a collective, unified movement out of all these disparate parts? And that's what we're focused on now with the next core set of community dialogues. And we hold these and people show up and they all want to be part of this solution, and it's just they're aching for the opportunity to make it happen. So thanks, this was great.